Hello, my name's Rebecca Bullard and I'm a lecturer in the Department of English Literature here at the University of Reading.
I'm Helena and I'm a third year student studying English Literature with Creative Writing at the Uni of Reading.
Great, so we wanted to talk to you a little bit about personal statements. Some of you will already have written yours and sent them off and you'll have had responses back from your universities. And some of you may still yet be wanting to write them. Don't forget the UCAS deadline is not till the 15th of January. You've got plenty of time left in hand to put together an application. So we want to talk you through a little bit about what we like to see in personal statements for English Literature degrees here at Reading, and it'll be similar for English Literature degrees wherever in the country you are thinking about applying. So the first thing we love to see on personal statements when we are thinking about our prospective applicants and who might be coming to study with us is we love to know about your reading. We are a literature department, we love reading and we want to know about yours. So Helena, can you remember, what did you write about on your personal statement?
Yes, so I remember speaking a lot about the type of things that we were studying on the course, including my favourite play that we did, which was The Inspector Calls. And I also wrote about the reading I was doing for my coursework, which was books that we chose independently that outside of school that we wanted to bring in and study about. And so I just wrote a lot about how much I enjoyed the actual reading of those as well as the analysing.
Fantastic, that's great. And that's really lovely to hear that you wrote about things that you had studied independently, because something we're always really interested to know is how you can show us independence in your studying and in your reading. So if you have an A-level text that you love and it's made you go off, for instance, and read another book by the same author, or it's gone off and made you watch the film of the book and think about the relationships between them, then tell us about that kind of thing. We love to know that you're adventurous in your reading. So reading is the first thing. The second thing that we're really interested in are your university ready skills. So can you show us that you're ready for the kind of demands of studying at university, that you've got the kind of independence and readiness to undertake university study? So can you remember a little bit about what you did, or think of other things that people might want to include in their personal statements?
Yes, so firstly I did actually write a very small section in my personal statement taking a quote from a book and analysing that, just to kind of show what my writing skills were like. But without taking up too much of the word count, I also wanted to talk about things that I was doing to prove that I was interested in the subject more than just the A-levels. So I actually went to a workshop with a playwright talking about playwriting skills and how to use different techniques in terms of playwriting. And so I think it's a really great idea to try and find sort of extracurricular things. There are tons of free things to do in the UK. We're very lucky that there's all kind of opportunities for young people to just go out and try something new. And so you could go to conferences or book launches or something and write about that in your personal statement. And you don't even have to have done it before writing the personal statement. You could plan ahead or book ahead and just write in your statement that it's something you are interested in doing and seeking, instead of just sticking to your A-level curriculum.
Great. And people show us these skills in all sorts of different ways. So some people will have had part-time jobs alongside their A-levels. Some people will have done volunteering, or maybe they've had caring responsibilities. There's lots of different ways to show us that you're ready for the kind of independence that university study requires. So reading and independence. The third thing that we really want to see when you're doing your personal statement is your writing skills. So Helena was saying that she'd done a little kind of bit of analysis in her personal statement. But really the whole thing is a way for you to show us what you are like as a writer. It is a personal statement. Can you think of any ways in which you did that in your personal statement, Helena?
Yes, well, I mean, I very much tried to just write as I would personally want to write. I didn't try and follow a specific framework or any sort of box to fit in. I wanted it to sound like me. And yeah, I mean, I also wrote about, as a creative writing student, I wrote about my interest in writing other than just formal analysis. And that was myself talking about growing up having written little fairy tales and things as I went on. So that also gave it a little side of me that wasn't necessarily evidenced in the personal statement, but it showed that I had something else to offer.
Great, that's really exciting. And we love it when people's personal statements really sound like they come from an individual, that we feel something of you in your personal statement. So we hope that that's been useful for you if you still have your personal statement to write. If you've got any questions about anything we've said, you can get in touch with us via Facebook and Twitter and email. We'll give you the links to those in a moment. And we very much hope that you do want to pursue your studies of English literature, and we'd love to see you here at Reading doing them. So thanks very much for listening.
Good luck.